What's going on, everybody? The Barbados raid's about to be here in the case file events, and today I'm gonna talk briefly about the raid and the one-shot compositions for it. First, I want to shout out Xzero and SaberofAvalon for creating the guide and spreadsheet I'm going to be using in the video, and I'll leave a link to the guide in the description below. And Barbados is going to have 500,000 XP or HP, and here are the drop rates. So hearts, dragon scales, homunculus baby, pages, gears, bones, void dust, a lot of really good stuff, so it's super AP efficient to do. And let's talk about some of the one-turn compositions. So the best person I recommend to use if you have her is Zang. And how the spreadsheet works is here's the MP level, and then here's the sort of servants recommends to bring with her, and the damage, and green means a guaranteed kill. So as you can see, even at MP1 with the right servants, you can just instantly kill Barbados in one turn. And one of the big C's it recommends is a Black Grail, so definitely use that if you have Zang. And as well as Merlin, because she can self-charge 80% and Merlin provides 20%. And they also recommend healers and debuff clearers such as Martha and Raiko Lancer. So the first comp, Zang, and either Martha Ruler or Mama Raiko Lancer and the Merlin, with a user Zang at Black Grail. So as you can see, if you use the Mystic Code MP1 with Raiko Lancer and even Martha Ruler, pretty much always guarantees a one-turn clear. So if you have that and a Maximum Broker in Black Grail, definitely recommend to use this comp number one. But even if you don't have it, something like a level 20 non-living broken max or Black Grail, and use like either your own Merlin or support Merlin's Bondcraft Essence. That also allows you to be able to one turn, and also it does also recommend the Demon Ox or Ox Demon CE that increases your allies busters by 10 to 15%. And you get that from the Zang event, and we kind of recently got the rerun. I think it was recently. Time was sort of flying by. And if you don't have a Merlin but do have like a Ruler Martha, you can use a Shakespeare as a substitute, but if you don't have a Maximum Broken Black Grail, it gets kind of iffy unless you have MP2. But at MP2, if you do have a Maximum Broken level 100 Black Grail, it is a guaranteed kill, and even at MP1 it's pretty safe. If not, you can just sort of face card your way through it. And another nice composition is if you have two Black Grails, and you can either bring your own Merlin or support Merlin, you can double MP with Zang and a Circe, which is a pretty nice to use. And as you can see, use both of their MPs. Pretty much, on average, it won't instant kill, but you can just face card. The next tab it sort of recommends is Kentucky Berserker. His is a little different since he doesn't have an 80% charge, he only has a 50%, so you would have to bring additional charge or bring a 50% charge CE if you don't have a Black Grail. And he's sort of like Zang, except he's not as consistent. He does sort of have a higher MP requirement if you decide to use him, but hey, if you got him, especially at MP2, really good to use. Next is the Skyhawk Lancer. Now with her, this is like sort of the whale comps up here, where has a Maximum Broken K scope and a high MP level Skyhawk Lancer, so I really would recommend that. Something like this though, if you have a golden sumo and instead of K-scope, it helps out a lot. You only really need MP2 if you bring a Ruler Martha, sensor defense down, helps out a lot. If you have only MP1 but do have a Black Grail, this one doesn't even appear to be limit broken. It's still almost a pretty consistent kill. Might have to face card a bit, but hey, double Scotty and only one Skyhawk Lancer, that's pretty doable. And MHX, a really similar Skyhawk, except sort of has a higher requirement. It looks like she doesn't kill as consistent as Skyhawk. And same with the melt as above, where you can sort of bring a double Scotty, Black Grail, but not as consistent as Skyhawk. And yeah, Enta Alter is sort of, might be more nicer if you don't have Song Zang, Skyhawk, but something like still requires Black Grail. But even with the Black Grail, you can sort of use some plug suit stuff with double Scotty and a Martha Rider. In that MP3, it becomes fairly consistent kills with that. But yeah, up here, if you do have a maximum broken Black Grail, it just helps out a lot and make kills a lot more consistent. But even if you don't, a single copy can help. You just have to start doing plug suits with a Martha Rider. And next, let's talk about some of the welfare servants. So if you've been playing long enough, you should have these. And a nice one about this is the Jalter, Summer Jalter. So we have her with the aerial drive and a Merlin, but he does require a Bond CE. It's almost pretty consistent kills with a Summer Raiko, and I don't think it'll be as consistent with Martha Ruler, since Martha Ruler only has like one sort of buff with the defense down, since that kind of acts like as an attack multiplier, whereas Raiko Lancer provides an attack and a buster. So probably won't be as consistent, but might still be doable and worth it if that's all you got. You can always use Summer Jolter with a double waiver, but that also does require max limit broken Black Grail, and as well as waivers Bond CE. If another person at my work is actually the Mecha Liz. Similar, double Merlin, Martha Ruler, or not, if I even say Martha Ruler, Martha Rider. You can sort of use plug suit again. It's just more clicks than other compositions, but as you can see, really consistent kills over here. But if you don't want to use plug suit and you have a regular K-scope, not as consistent. You might have to face card, but still 2 turns is not that bad, especially because people think Barbatos is going to die within a few hours. No, he's not. JP, it took him like 2 or 3 days for it to finally die, so Barbatos should be here for at least 2 days, I would say. So yeah, there's the Mecha Liz. And last, caster shooting. As you can see, it can get pretty messy using her. She is the most recent welfare, I think, out of these. Maybe we got Mecha Liz's rerun before Oni Land, but yeah, it's really dumb. Barbatos doesn't have, I think, the hits shooting caster's niche of like demons, even though it's a demon god pillar, which is really dumb. So you can do her, but with a, like, as you can see here, double waiver, Martha Ruler, and a maximum broken Black Rail, but it's just options. I think caster Liz would be much easier, and yeah, if you don't have like the C's, you can try using like Martha Rider and just sort of play with your comp and fine tune it. to what you have. There's also Ilia comps with a K-Scope and Merlin, Riker Lancer, Martha Ryder. But I know not too many people have Ilia, so I'll sort of skip over her, and you can sort of look and see if you have her. And actually, seriously works pretty well if you have your own Merlin as well, with a maximum working Black Rail. You can get pretty consistent kills at MP3, and that's not even with the Merlin C. If you do have the Merlin Bond C, you can use like a regular Black Rail. And here's some other comps with, if you got Luvia, you can do some pretty wacky stuff with her. Like double Tamamo, Martha Ryder. But the issue with this is a lot of people aren't going to be running this. They're going to be probably putting either Merlin or like Scotty or Waver on their support list instead of a Tamamo, so it might be a little hard to find a Tamamo on your support list. C2I, Giga Whale, MP5. But yeah, just sort of to wrap it all together. Black Rail is going to be the C to use if you have it. Even if it's not max limit broken, a level 21 will help out a lot. If you have Merlin, or you can borrow a friend's Merlin, really helpful. Martha Ryder, it's really good too. She's in a lot of team compositions because of the debuff cleanse. Scott Lancers, good with double Scotty, Melt, MHX, double Scotty, Nianta Alter, double Scotty. And for sort of the welfares, I would recommend Mechaliz or Summer Jolter if you have either of those two. But yeah, I hope this was a helpful guide. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer it. And I'll, of course, link the spreadsheet in the description so you can sort of like look at it yourself. And even if you can't one-turn it, like, for example, Summer Jolter, if you don't have, like, the Ox Demon CE, like, this number will go down, and you might have to, like, two-turn it, but that's definitely not a big deal. Two-turning, it's a lot faster, especially since Barbatos isn't going to be gone in, like, a couple of hours. Like, some people are saying it's going to be here for at least 2 days, like it was in JP. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you need any help and I'll try to answer it. And subscribe for more content. I will see you on the next one. Later.